Is in the area.
Start.
Hello and welcome to Bid Wars. If you guys didn't know, just a little backstory to me, I've always really enjoyed being like an entrepreneur, business entrepreneur type of a person. I've always been that way. I've always liked being a side hustler. That's always just been me. I've done it ever since I was a little kid. I've always wanted to, stash away a little money, invest into some kind of little business side hustle-y thingy, spend $10 and make it turn into $25. Like, I've always been that way. And so, as crazy and dumb as it is, I am absolutely in love with this game. I would even dare to say really close to Clash of Clans amount of I love this game. I know that's insane because if you look at my videos, 90% of them are Clash of Clans. Here, not recently, because as you guys do know already, if you don't know, you have been sleeping on my channel. I apologize. I know it's been like 2 weeks, but I am now back. I promise, guys, I've just been busy with everything. I'm going to try to upload every other day. I'm going to keep away from the YouTube Shorts, actually. So if you do want to see little life updates and things like that, go follow my Instagram. It is going to be Demon17YT for YouTube, if you guys want to keep updated on my day-to-day life. But back into this game, yes, I've always liked being an entrepreneur. A little bit about me, I like to go into business. I like businessy type of things. That's always been my jam. I just absolutely love it. So this game is right up my alley. Basically, you're buying lockers and you go ahead and try to flip the items that are in the vacated lockers. So basically, you're buying storage lockups, and then you buy the storage, you bet on the storage lockup. You obviously don't want to spend too much because you're not making any money. Then you can go ahead and place your most valuable items into the pawn shop here, and you can go ahead and sell the rest of them at your local market here. And obviously, you're going to go ahead and get a little bit more if you're selling individual products and the pawn shop as rather in bulk. Funny enough, it's been so long since we've been in the pawn shop, an actual police officer thought we were a bad guy. It's kind of funny. His name is Sergeant Cobbler, and he's a little too old for this, as he says. But yeah, guys, if you guys didn't know, a little backstory about me, I'm actually going to go to college to actually become a digital marketer. That's what I want to do. And so it's kind of funny because that's actually a little bit along the business side of things, because I'm actually going to be editing videos and, obviously multiplying and amplifying and, bringing attention to businesses. That's literally the job of a marketer, is to market businesses and things like that. And so it's actually kind of funny because that's literally what I'm about to go to college to do, as well as I've actually have this nice little side hustle of mine where I actually buy things for the cheap, at flea markets, at garage sales, and then I flip them. I've been doing that here for a couple months now, actually, and I have had some success with it. Currently, I bought this computer for like $10 that I can easily flip for a good profit. And so I've always been into that ever since I was a little kid. I've always been looking, how can I turn a little bit of money into a lot of bit of money without having to work, a 9-to-5 job. I've always been super into it. And this game is literally the definition of what I would like to do as far as like a dream job, I guess. Buy things and just flip them. It's just so, it's a very simple concept. Could be boring to you guys, but for me, I just love this because I'm super into business games. I actually played Landlord Go and Landlord. Problem with that is they are just not free to play, but I really loved those games as well. They were super business-like. You basically bought some properties. Once people visited those properties, you would get a little bit of money to where you can spend more money to get more properties, and I just love that concept. It's like real-life Monopoly. The only problem with that game that I did not like is the fact that you had to have these gold coins that you had to pay for. And so I was like, nope, can't play this game. It's not free to play, which was really, a big bummer for me because I really did enjoy that kind of a game. So if you guys do know any business type games, leave them in the comments below. I will probably even be making a YouTube short asking you guys, do you know any business games? Because that's just how much I love like the business type of entrepreneur simulator business games. I just love them. You guys will be seeing a ton of those videos on my channel, so make sure to stay tuned because if you guys are into that kind of thing, you will be seeing it on my channel 100%. So I apologize for rambling for like the first 5 minutes of this YouTube video, but I felt like it was very important to explain why this series is going to be happening and why this channel may look like it's going to be taking such a huge shift from Clash of Clans. I promise it's not taking a huge shift from anything. anything. It's just what I enjoy, and I'm going to be making content, of course, around what I enjoy. Now, of course, if you guys, want to see something, or you guys want to enjoy a certain topic, I will, of course, try to make a video over it. But for now, I am definitely going to be sticking with Clash of Clans, this business game, and a few other games as well. But right now, we already turned $1,000 into $1,400. So far, I'm already winning this game right here. This locker I can see is only worth about, $200-$300. So if I see, $250, I'm pretty much going to dip. I'm going to go ahead and pass on it. $150, that's all right. $200, that's a little high. I will take that, but I'm not going to go much higher than that. And so that's why I like this game is, yeah, it is pretty simple when it, the bare bones comes down to it, but it also can get very, very complicated really fast. People are going to bet too high. You have to use these certain skills and bonuses to your advantage to be able to kick people out or see the actual value of the locker and see how much you want to spend on it, as well as trying to not buy those things and just staying free to play, because obviously that is the goal of this channel. As a very poor college student, or almost college student, I got about a year until I go to college. As a very poor kid, it's not, my greatest interest in to be spending hundreds of dollars on these games. That would be just a huge waste of money for me. Obviously, that could be money way better spent. I could actually I'm pretty sure I could get some good stocks for about $100 and turn that 100 into 120. So that's just a much better use of my money there. Yeah, admittedly, I have been making some questionable financial decisions, but for the most part, for here on out, I'm going to be, really cracking down on that actually as well. And so I will be showing you guys pretty much my little progress as far as things go in life. I want to start some vlogs. I think that would be really cool, the life of a college student and what's going on. I think that'd be really cool to start a vlog series and just have it keep going and going and going. I mean, who says I have to make, just 10 episodes of a vlog, and who says I have to keep my vlogs all consistent? Why not just throw in a bunch of random vlogs? I mean, that just sounds fun to me, and just basically keep almost like an online diary almost, but not quite. Keep it more interesting and things like that, and just show the key highlights of my life. Which also, I really hate how YouTubers, they just show oh, see, that's what I was saying, just barely made $30. Yeah, I knew this locker would be a little iffy, but it did pull through. But that's what I'm saying is I don't want to just highlight, I guess some YouTubers, they just show oh yeah, my life is just great and amazing and everything's perfect, and it's no, you don't just drive a Bugatti all day. That's not all you do. You don't only just drive Lamborghinis all day long and that's all you do on YouTube. No, show the part where you're editing videos. Show the part behind the scenes. That's what people want to see anyways. That's the cool part anyways, in my opinion. Show the behind the scenes. Show what you're doing in your day-to-day life. Hey, I'm a college student. I'm learning, how to edit videos better, and I'm learning how to mix my audio better so my audio sounds better. Oh, now I'm building up my studio. My YouTube studio is getting better and cooler. That's the kind of the cool stuff that I want to see anyways. I guess that's just very niche of me to say, and that's very close-minded because I am a YouTuber myself, and so of course I want to see YouTubers progress because I am one, but whatever, I guess. But yeah, anyways, we have this big bully here. His name is Rich Sellers, which is kind of ironically funny. But yeah, anyways, that is, I guess, our boss that we want to go ahead and beat, and he wants to see us earn money from our store as well as sell some toys. So if toys is what you want to see us sell so that we become a big baller like you, improve ourselves, that is exactly what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to sell some from the toys category, I guess. We're going to go ahead and get right back into the locker. We basically doubled our money now, going from $1,000 to $2,000, but you will see later on in the video that does not withhold up. And so, of course, that's going to go down the drain for a little bit. It's a little bit sketchy later on. You got to see, it's going to be fun. We do have the drum set in there, which is worth a good amount, and we do have some other things in there that are worth an okay, decent amount. I wouldn't say it's definitely not more than 400, so I'm going to go ahead and pass on that right there. 325, 350, that's kind of pushing the $400 mark, and I don't think it's honestly worth that. The grill is probably going to be the most hit in here, so this locker is probably going to be around the $250, $300 mark, so I'm not willing to go higher than that because obviously I want to keep my money in a safe spot. I don't want to be going too much. I obviously got to make a profit here. 300 is pretty much my bottom line, so I'm really hoping I get here, and we just barely do. That grill will hopefully pull through. It's about $130, I believe. So yeah, that is going to be the saving grace there. we got a whole lot of absolutely nothing in here, which kind of scares me. I do see one $100 item, but that's pretty much where the starting price is at. So I'm a little nervous. Those buckets, they could have some good stuff in there, but they could have a lot of nothing in there. I'm going to go a little bold here, and I'm just going to keep outbetting everyone and get to $225, but we will see if we're going to actually go ahead and get that through here. So yeah, a bunch of $0 items so far, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's really scary, but we do get that $120 item, and there's a few $20 and $30 items, so that just barely squeezes by with just $60 and change right there for us. We get a whole bunch of $30 items. The grill is really the saving grace there, and the spear actually turned out to be $100, which really honestly saved us there. We do get $50 from that. So overall, we did make ourselves about $100, but we could obviously sell stuff in the pawn shop and make a little bit more. He only made $73 from that, so if I would have bet a little higher, I believe I would have only made like $13 from it. So that was definitely a good call right there to pull out and not go ahead and buy that. We still win, and now we can go ahead and put the toys items, there we go, in the trunk and go ahead and sell those at the pawn shop and make a little bit more. But yeah, that's where things got a little risky there. That's what I was talking about. I was like, man, that got really close. We went from $1,000 or $2,000 to $2,060. So we did make a little bit there, but it was a little bit risky. So I want to see in the comments down below, I want to see risky. I want to see the comment, I am risky. I want to see that down in the comments below. If you're still watching 12 minutes into the video, make sure to make the keyword risky. If you guys comment down that below, I will be going through and replying, even penning some of them, and maybe even shouting them out in the next video of this series. So maybe that'll encourage you to watch the next part of the series, as well as keeping yourself engaged in the video, because I know this video is going to be more or so less than about like 20 minutes or so long, because I played a lot of this game. I really enjoyed this game. Normally, I only play, honestly, 15-20 minutes of a game, and then when I go through and edit it all, it ends up being around 10 minutes. Again, for my 5-minute videos, I end up playing around only 10 minutes of the game, and then I edit it, and it turns out being a 5-minute video. And the reason for that is because if you think about it, if I play 10 minutes of the game, and then I edit the video, which takes 30 minutes, that's about 40 minutes. And then obviously posting it to YouTube and all that, I mean, that takes about an hour. So if I'm playing and I record 10 minutes of gameplay, that's an hour right there to get that uploaded to YouTube and actually done. So if you think about that, it's actually kind of crazy how making just a 10-minute video can take like an hour, and a 20-minute video can take anywhere from, an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how lengthily I edit the video. For instance, my Harry Potter wizard video, I mean, it was like a 30-minute video, but it took me like 4 days to edit because I did a lot of graphics and stuff like that. And so it was much heavier on that side of things. And so it was definitely a bit, harder to do. So some videos like this one, I'm not making too many cuts. I'm honestly not editing this too much. I'm just going through and making a voiceover, simply because I honestly, one, don't have the time, and two, I really wanted to talk about this video. I really wanted to talk about, hey, I really like business things, and I really like all this. So if I cut out and just show the interesting parts of the video, I'm honestly not going to have enough time to talk. Really, that's the down point of it here. It got a little risky. We got a little risky here because we did not make our money back. But we have this chest right here, and our locksmith here is actually going to be able to help us unlock it, and so that should make the rest of our money back. Whatever is in that safe, I'm assuming no one's going to put something cheap in a safe. Obviously, if it's in a safe, it's going to be worth a good amount. So we did make around $160 off that anyways, plus whatever's in the safe. So I'm feeling really good about that one. Obviously, we got a tombstone as well as a harp, but that still was not enough. We actually lost like $20 on that, so that was really a big bummer right there. We don't know what's in the boxes, but so long as there is something okay, decent, we will get our money back. Yes, we do. We get some crutches and some pot sets, so that's going to pull through nicely. So we are going to end up on top. We bought all of the stuff, of course. We know what $200 plus what's ever in that chest, so if that's $100 or more, we really pull away with $300. But the disappointing thing is we went from $2,000 to $600 because we had to go ahead and unlock the next place, so that way we can go ahead and spend more money to make more money. It's kind of weird. You have to spend a little bit of money to get into it, and to get into it initially, but you can make more money in the long run. And also we're getting a nice inventory going. Now we have a whole 4 items right there. We're going to go online and unlock the locksmith as well, and he's going to go ahead and help us unlock that lockbox that we have. It's going to take a whole 8 hours, and that's the part that I could see could be a little pay to win, but we're patient, we can wait. I definitely don't think that we have to go ahead and spend a bunch of money on that. We are going to be losing 8% with that, but it's just so cheap. We're not even worried about it. 160% on that and 150% on that. We're selling nearly 1.5 times that. Actually, that's exactly what we're selling. We're selling it for 1.5 times. So that's really good. We're going to go ahead and take those deals. And, you know, negative 6%, we're not too worried about that. So we went ahead and sold our toys like you wanted us to do. So now we are a big baller boss. So yeah, you see that. Yeah. The clown, he was here. Haha, the clown, rich guy, he was here. Cheap clone, haha. So yeah, we're basically just going to go ahead and do these activities to prove that we are, you know, the absolute boss of the dominating, I guess, purchasing of locker world and flipping your money. You know, buying stuff to sell stuff at a higher price. So I guess we're just going to do these activities to prove that we're better, get more and more money, unlock more and more places to, you know, help us along our journey. See, there's another safe. So I'm assuming there's going to be, you know, things that we have to unlock or things like that. More buildings and more things like that, more research, more power-ups. So it's not just the simple fact of, you know, yes, it is a little bit repetitive, but it's not completely and totally repetitive because there is some kind of aspect to this game other than just buy lockers, sell them, you know, sell the stuff inside of it. Just same thing over and over and over again. There is a little bit of strategy. You know, you can buy more expensive lockers like these and maybe get more stuff out of it though. Or you could buy the cheaper lockers, stay safe because you're not wasting too much money if you do bid too much. So, I mean, there is a little bit of strategy to it. And I do really enjoy the business kind of an entrepreneur aspect of it. And I do apologize for this video being so long and very boring and it being a little bit repetitive, but I do promise future videos in this series will be super, super interesting. I will be making them way more cut and dry and more, you know, 10-minute videos instead of 20-minute videos. I do expect my, you know, my retention rate's going to go down on this video for sure because it is 20 minutes, which also means my views are going to go down. I'm going to take a wild guess here, and I'm going to say after a week, I'm going to have about 15 to 20 views on this video. Just simply because the retention rate is going to be down and people are not going to be interested. But that's just my guess. Maybe you guys will prove me wrong. Maybe there'll be a very kind soul out there to help, you know, bring my channel back up from the 2-week break that I did have. Maybe I will come back from that and bounce back and be all right. But for now, we're going to go ahead and collect all our goodies here. And it's not looking good at all. So this chest is really going to have to pull through here. That chest was $300 on its own, but we only need $90. So that chest is really going to have something good in it for us to make a good amount of money back. This one we didn't spend as much money on, and there wasn't all that much stuff. So we should be okay as well since we do have the owl, the tombstone, and the chest. I'm feeling all right with this one. We did make a $200 return, so that was very nice. I'm not too concerned with that one. So we're going to go ahead and get first place again. As you see, the last place even lost money on the second middle thing right there. So obviously he's not feeling too good. We made an extra $240, so we definitely didn't lose our money on that one. We actually made about $500. So yeah, we are losing money technically since we started with 1,000 and now we have 700. But problem with that is we're about to sell a whole bunch of stuff right there, get ourselves back up to a nice healthy amount. Plus we unlocked a whole bunch of buildings and a whole bunch of stuff as well. And so yes, technically we kind of ended where we started as far as money goes, but we did unlock a whole bunch of stuff. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a locksmith, entrepreneur, business-tastic rest of your day, guys. Make sure to subscribe, otherwise I will steal all your business ideas and models. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. It means the absolute world to me, guys. Peace. The code word is business.